Hello everyone, my name is Thomas, and it's been a while. The last time you seen me make one of these videos in my corner with all my souvenirs, I was telling you that I was moving to Denmark. At this point, it's almost 2 years ago. Now many things have happened over those 2 years. I was able to live in Denmark and really experience life in another country. I was able to make amazing friends. I've traveled to almost 20 countries in that time. It was honestly the best year of my life. And not to try and sponsor myself or sell out, but I did write a book about it. It's on Amazon, so if you're interested in hearing my adventures throughout the year in Denmark, I highly suggest it. But again, not trying to sell myself or anything. So yeah, once I came back home, I knew in my heart that I wanted to go back. Not even if it was just Denmark, but back in Europe, because once I went to Europe for the first time, my heart was really sold on being there. So I started doing research. And I won't drag you on through the 2 years since. Obviously a lot of things have happened, but I'll cut to the chase. I'm moving to Finland. I did give a little bit of foreshadowing. Last time I was in this corner, I told you I was moving to Europe. Now in early 2025, I was doing some research and I found that Finland had the same working holiday visa as Denmark. So I looked through, I compared and seen that it was pretty much the same process. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Finland was actually my first choice. I wanted to move to Finland, but in Denmark, at that point, it was easier for me because one of my best friends, Tobias, and his family, I call them the Danish family, they really helped me out, helping me find a place to live, helping me find a job, and from there, my life really just blossomed into something amazing. So with that being said, in March, I went to Ottawa, I went to the visa office, applied, and although there was a few bumps along the way, I was able to send off my application to move to Finland. Now, normally the processing time takes 3 months, so I figured I wouldn't be hearing anything until June or July. So I figured, okay, just live life normally and wait for the results. And it wasn't until I was on vacation in Europe, I was, I think, in Denmark at this point, going to Greece, and my dad told me that I had mail. Now, I don't ever get mail, so it was weird for me. I was thinking, who would be sending me mail? But once he told me the address of where it was from, I knew right away that that's the visa. Now, I figured it was only a month and a half afterwards, so maybe they needed more information or something. I was starting to get nervous. And my dad actually offered to open up the letter on video call, but I thought, well, if it's bad news, I'm just going to stay in Europe. But thankfully, I waited till I came home, and once I did, I opened it up, and I got this. So seeing this for the first thing, once I opened it up, along with my ID card, I thought it'd be a really cruel trick if they sent this and said, ha, just kidding, you're not coming. And you know what? It was a huge sigh of relief. It's like, okay, this worked out. It was weird because I didn't have the same sort of excitement as I did for Denmark, but a different type of excitement. Because this move, I'm hoping to make it permanent. Now, the last time when I was in Denmark, by the time I really figured out I wanted to stay there, it was too late. My visa was running up, and I just didn't have the time or money for it, to be honest. But this time, I'm really preparing myself to make it last. I want to try and stay in Finland as long as possible, or maybe find a way to move back to Denmark later on if things don't work out in Finland. So I started looking for apartments and jobs, and it was really weird because when I applied, I set my visa activation date or whatever to November 1st. So then I figured, okay, it's now May. I have till November. It's a long time. It's hard to find, it's hard to go out there and be like, okay, I want this job, but I'm not going to be there for 5 months or 6 months. So I just kind of looked through, and one of my friends, they suggested a Facebook group that posts people renting out apartments. Now, I've been through this before, buying furniture, buying kitchen utensils and bathroom utensils, and just spending a lot of money on a place. You move in and there's just nothing. A lot of apartments over in Europe don't come furnished. Sometimes they do here in Canada, but a lot of times they don't. So I was already under the impression that I'm gonna have to pay a decent amount of money just to get started. I got really lucky because I found somebody on the Facebook group, had a fully furnished apartment, just more or less just bring your stuff and move in. And I thought, this is too good to be true. So I messaged him, I told him my situation, that I wouldn't be there until November 1st, but I would do anything to make sure that I got this apartment. It was perfect for my situation. It's only a few stops away from the airport, which is nice for traveling, but also it's only 15 or 20 minutes away from Helsinki. It's called Vanta, so it's north of Helsinki, and like I said, it's right beside the airport, and it was a place that I've been to before, and I really enjoyed my time there. So after having conversation and video call with the landlord, I signed a contract, and there we go. I have an apartment. Now later on I'll show you my apartment when I get there, but I'm just so excited and just so happy to have that behind me. As of right now, we're into July, so I still have August, September, and October, so 3 months here in Canada. And there are a lot of things I have to take care of as well, right? I still have to make sure that when I leave, that my parents are properly set up so that they can, once again, have life without me living here. And it also comes with a lot of emotions too, because, like I said, I don't know if this is going to be like permanent. I want it to be permanent. I want to move there because I know that I'm happy there, but I don't know when I'll be back home if that's the case. It's scary. It's scary to think about the future that way, but I'm super excited for the opportunity to go back there. I have so many ideas of different things I want to do. There's so many places that I want to visit. I have goals in my mind that I want to achieve, but overall, I'm just so thankful to have a second shot at making it in Europe and hopefully staying there. With that being said, that's the update for now. A lot of people probably assumed that I'd be moving back. My parents assumed I'd be moving back, but I'm just so grateful to be able to have a shot to go back, and I can't wait to bring you along with me. It's going to be amazing. And for now, this is Thomas signing off. Soon in Finland. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.